Hello everybody, it's Furball here again and welcome back to episode 3 of Let's Play Tropico 5 on the hard mode. Let's have a look. Well, we'll get the game running because we are still significantly in debt. Nearly 13,000 and growing in debt. We are up to 39% approval rating. We have 4 years and 7 months left on our mandate before we get the sack, or hopefully have declared independence and won this chapter of the game. We do have 129 people on the island now, which is good. We appear to have gained a little bit of money, so we can probably actually purchase something. So that's disappearing rapidly again. So we will pause it and we will have a look. What do we need? We need an opera house for the quest. What do we have unemployed wise? High school, graduate, college. Does where are we? Luxury entertainment, opera house. Does college actually? Yeah, let's put an opera house down. We complete the quest. We can fulfill the job position for one. But let's zoom in a bit. I have to cancel that out, which is a bit annoying. But right, what looks like the front of the opera house. Now, shall we have it next to El Presidente's palace? He might get a bit grumpy. Lack of sleep with the opera going on, but it is a sort of prestigious building, so we'll put it next to El Presidente's palace. Show off a little bit there, and that'll take up the give that one college educated person some work to do, and hopefully a couple of others will come and join him or her to fill up that building. Right. What else do we have? I think we do need to kind of build up our. Oh, we've got a task. Got a task.
My black market contacts say that they have a hard time finding our island. I suggest we build something tall and shiny to attract their attention.
So yeah, having a lighthouse, basically that I think it increases the. Let's get the game going, shall we? Because again, we need money. So I think what it does is it increases the number of trade offers. We can actually go and have a look, which would be a good thing. Where are we? Lighthouse provides additional trade offers. It's a sort of a unique building. Which I don't think is a unique building in the sense.
The sea is too crowded. It is full of lost cities, rich American industrialists, and sleeping alien gods. His Majesty has no desire to mingle with such things.
We'll take the mandate extension again. Yes, I was saying the lighthouse is sort of a unique building.
Good news, old chap. The piece you commissioned for the Pirate King is ready. All that is left is to cast the role of the title character.
I think as our support is quite good anyway, and we've got a lot of things we can actually do to improve that at a later date. I think we'll go with the extra mandate because we still want the mandate. We want to drag this out a little bit to make sure that by the time we actually declare independence, or hopefully have built at least one of every possible building and such like that. So let's have a look. Oh, lighthouse we're on about, yes. Unique buildings. I don't think they're the same as, like, say, Civilization, which I have noticed Civilization 6 is coming out in October, which I'm kind of looking forward to. But it does give you extra trade offers of these nice trade offers, so it's kind of worth building if you do have a lot of docks on the go. We got all ships employed? Yes, we have all ships employed. I think there are a couple of other unique buildings per se. There's the dry dock, which you don't get into the World Wars. I'm not really sure. I think that's about it that I know of for now as kind of unique buildings. Right. So we have a little bit. Well, we're able to spend a little bit of money. No, we're going down rapidly. Let's have a look. Right, we need to build our economy up. So let's have a look what plantation. We've got bananas, tobacco, sugar, and corn. What would be good here? Let's have a look here. Let's have a look on the overlay. Bananas. Don't we already have bananas? What's that? That's bananas there, yes. So we don't want to put bananas there. Cocoa. cocoa's kind of okay. Oh, that means our trade offer for tobacco with the West India Company has been completed. So let's re-employ one of our ships. Bananas, we're already doing that. Pineapples. That might be interesting. Fish. Tobacco, we're doing that one. Sugar. We do have sugar. And what's sugar's worth more. Let's so we don't lose the trade offer. I think we just had sugar there, didn't we? This was sugar. Yes, we have sugar. So trade offer, sugar, and it also helps our standing with the Crown. So we will go with that. So we're already exporting. Get the game running again because we still do need lots of money. And we'll have a look here then. So cocoa, no, not coffee. Cotton, pineapples. Pineapples, not bad. What's this here? Bananas, sugar, corn. So pineapples are looking favourable for their tobacco, definitely not. So let's put a pineapple pasture here. Pasture, plantation. Let's get this going forwards. So, there-ish. There. I don't know if the building actually counts towards the production. Or so you could kind of like put it there, for example, and you get bad production over the building, bad effectiveness. But you're not actually growing pineapples in the building, are you? So, but we'll put it. Let's put it there. And the main reason I kind of did that is because there's a sort of minimum road size of sort of 2 tiles or something. So if it was a bit closer, I might have had difficulty actually connecting it via the road. Let's up the budget, and then that'll be more
We've
stuff.
managed to win the Pirate King over to our side. He's offered us a part of the pirates' plunder.
The Pirate King has presented us with a new trade opportunity. We can buy gold from the pirates at a cheap price and then export it at a much higher price. The pirates will then liberate the gold from the Crown ships and sell it to us again. Okay. So we'll see if we get a... we're actually in the black there for a second or so. Yeah, so this would be something more that will go directly straight to there. So again, spread the load at the docks. So do we have a gold export? That would be in mining and logging. Gold. That's interesting. What's that? You have no available ships. So I can make 2,000 gold per 1,000 units. Yeah, so this is one thing you can do. Instead of just exporting or importing stuff, what you can actually do, as it just told us to do there, is I could import gold from the pirates for $1,250 per 1,000 units, and I could then export it for $3,250 per 1,000 units, which would make us $2,000 per 1,000 units. Which is actually much more lucrative than bananas and meat. Let's have a look here. Sugar. Well, actually, no, it isn't, is it? Because it's 2,000. We need 2 ships, so we're actually making more this way. Because I'd be employing 2 ships, so the minimum I'll be getting 2,000 over 2,000 anyway. So we won't bother with that. But that's something you can do if there aren't any very good trade offers possible. It's nice to see we're actually going consistently not in the red, and our approval rating has gone up to 43% as well. Let's have a look. So declare independence. What I might do is, I'm just going to try and build up my economy as I've actually got some money now. Well, those jobs should be filled. Let's have a look what we do have. Tobacco would be good there. Sugar, we've got pineapples, cotton. Cotton might be okay there. Coffee, cocoa. Let's go with tobacco here. So we want plantation, tobacco. Should we put this on a slight wiggle to get a slightly better yield out of it? Do you think? Spice things up a bit rather than a boring grid. Or we could put it there. Keep the boring grid pattern. There. Let's put it there. Because you don't really need to, even though we've got like kind of limited space. Currently, obviously, we're tied to this area that we've sort of discovered. You kind of sort of, you don't need to pack everything in, and like a lot of these farms here, for example, at a later date, once I've explored territory, which I'm going to start doing now. Let's send it to. I'm going to send it here because they tend to walk in a sort of straightest line. I think they follow the roads first, so they'll probably come out of here. So there are no roads. They'll come down here, and hopefully they might discover. There's a mine there. Hopefully they should discover that mine on the way. But yeah, exploring's a bit hit and miss. A lot of the time, really. Usually you'll send somewhere out and then you have a tiny little patch that hasn't actually been explored because it wasn't quite. Oh, they're going down here, are they? Interesting. So you end up having to send out another expedition just for a tiny little patch of undiscovered country, a bit like this bit here with this mine. So again, we still seem to be going quite well. I didn't up the budget on there, did I? So let's go with that. But it got filled straight away. That's excellent. We do have more unemployed people. Let's go with what else did we say? As we've actually got some money, and we were running out of mandate time. Let's have a look then. So sugar we had there. Is that sugar? That's not very good. You see there. Location. Yeah, the location bonus for that has gone down significantly. And that's I'll get into that in a moment. Let's have a look. Pineapples are over here. Cotton was yeah, cotton might be alright there for now. Plantation, cotton. Oh, not that way. That way around. That'll just squeeze in there, won't it? Almost perfectly. Okay, cotton plantation there, cotton incoming. There we are. Right. As we do have, we've got the creamery on the go, haven't we? What I might do, because our other sort of secondary, our actual, because obviously you produce goods such as corn and cocoa, and then you have processing, which is the next level of it. Industry, luxury goods. So we do actually get the lumber mill during the colonial era. See which way is the front on that. See if the command. There we go. No, going the wrong way. There we are. So that's the front on that. So what if will that go somewhere like that? Because what I'm going to do is well, I suppose I'll put it here. I'll do right next to there for now. Up the budget on that, and what I'll do is put some logging camps down, so they'll cut down the logs and turn them into planks. Right, now the thing to note with the logging camps. Again, this reminds me. I think we had a similar thing. So, like in Settlers, you used to have a logging camp and a ranger camp. So you could cut down the trees, and then you'd have a forest ranger which would come along and plant more trees for you. So you had in effect a kind of sustainable forest resource. You can actually get that later on, but I think it needs to be. Well, we can't see there at the moment. Let's progress the building because now we have spent a lot of money. Yeah, I think it's in the next era you can get a upgrade for the logging camps, so they will replant the trees that they cut down, and therefore you get a sustainable resource. How are we doing on trade? What do got left? 44 months remaining, 31 months remaining, 26 months. So we won't build a lighthouse just yet. See if we can get some more people employed. Well, those jobs will be, there's a lot of jobs being created in a moment. I think we can do, we can have a look at what upgrades we can do for each thing. So what's this corn? Effectiveness increased each month after this upgrade is built, maximum 100, so sounds good, win-win. Sugar, fibre fertilisation increases the effectiveness for all nearby plantations and hydroponic farms by 10 based on effectiveness, maximum 30. Yeah, that seems like a win to me, because that should hopefully affect those 3 plantations there. What else we got? We can't afford that. Decreases workers by 2 and increases effectiveness by... Yeah, that seems like a win at the moment, considering we are short on workers anyway. What have we got? Tobacco increases effectiveness by 100, but the soil quality degrades over time. No, I don't think I'll do that. Cause it's not, I mentioned about sort of things degrading, because this is not in as great a position as it was before, and it's probably down. Maybe it's the ranches, but the conditions of the soil and such like that do degrade over time, and you have to kind of move your crops around or change the crops to keep them being effective. What's going on here? Oh, there's no budget on that one. Everyone's got not working there. There's not enough money to be had. Job quality is increased by 20. Worker wealth is increased. Well, that's good, because that will generally help towards our happiness, along with various other things. Bananas, job quality. Again, that's good. Is that? I'm going to put 2 lots of bananas there, aren't I? I'm sure they were meant to be pineapples. Let's have a look. Where are we? Pineapple. Yes, it was meant to be pineapple. I know what I did there. What I might do, because if I just change that crop now, all this growth will just be gone. And it will have wasted all that time. So I might wait until they cut it all down and it's all ready for transport. So it's transporting, bananas output. A bit of micromanaging. We will see what happens. What have we got here? Oh yes, we had tobacco. Yeah, so the fields often kind of, you end up moving them, and as I say, I probably will do. Now I've discovered a lot more territory. So I've discovered this middle bit here, look. Because then you can build this up into more of a sort of towny area at a later date. I have noticed, and I think I've read about it as well, pastures in particular produce a lot of, they degrade the land around them quite quickly, which might be affecting this actually, and putting them close together seems to amplify that effect a great deal. So it's generally not actually a good idea to put 2 pastures together, but as I say, as we progress and open up more land, we'll be able to put things more efficiently in a more effective manner. What I'm going to do is go. There's 2 mines down here, so let's see if we can find out what they are. Did we find out any? No, so we missed all that area. There's a gold mine there. Okay, so at least they discovered the gold mine. So that's not too bad. They weren't completely ineffective. Right, again, our mandate is running out here. And I'm not really sure. We haven't had any quests for a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing a bit more pausing now. We don't have to wait for money to accumulate so much. Did we upgrade the budget on that? Yes, right. What's the upgrade on that? Unlocked in Cold War, World War. Oh yes, we can see the upgrade here. So reforestation, the logging camp plants new trees over time, but the building budget is doubled. So it's like 2 buildings in one, really, isn't it? But that's unlocked in the next era and the World Wars. Let's have a look. Do we have any employed people? No, we have jobs available. what do we have left to build? Well, mines, but we're not messing about with that currently. We've got a lumber mill and we've got a creamery, so that's good. Can't build anything here. We can build houses, obviously. Next areas. That's next area. We've got one of those. That's tourism. We don't mess with that anyway at the moment. We've got a newspaper. That's a question. We've got a mission and a grocery here. I don't think we have a newspaper. Let's build a newspaper. Let's have a look. What looks like the front? Although we're going to be squeezing this in slightly, I think maybe, are we? Will that fit in there? Will it? No, it will not fit in there. Shall we chuck it at the back? Let's chuck it at the back here. Let's put it back here. There we go. Newspaper at the back. Controlled by El Presidente. So we got that one. Inquisition. That's interesting, yes. Yes, so one thing to look out for, you usually assume that kind of things progress sort of that way, but some things don't, so this is kind of at the far end. I think I've got all the little expansion parts of the DLCs for this, and I'm pretty sure, not having played the base game and just buying the whole thing as a nice package, I think these are later editions, and that's why they're probably slightly out of order. So we can build an Inquisition. We've got a library. We do want the light. I'll tell you what, we'll build the lighthouse so we don't forget. It looks nice, doesn't it? Let's zoom out again. So lighthouse. Shipping lane is blocking construction. So that looks like, you can't really see it at the moment. Oh, can you? No, it's not going to show us unless we've got the lighthouse up. Okay, so that's your shipping lanes. So you see how they, I think they do act kind of like roads. That's obviously the main shipping. Interesting. It'd be nice if it showed you. Maybe it does. Let's have a look. Docks. Does it show you? Oh, it does show you shipping lanes, actually. I was going to say it'd be nice if it showed you that. It'd be nice if it showed you where the shipping lane would go, so you could try and avoid congestion later on. But you can't have everything. Lighthouse. I'm zoomed in again here. I hate this thing where when you've got the building out, you can't seem to zoom out. Let's have a quick look. We've got options. Key bindings. So pan up, pan down, pan left, pan decrease speed, demolish. Jump to notifications, trade, constitution, blah 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 blah. No, so when you're trying to build something, you're locked into your zoom level. Okay, so too far from island. Yeah, let's put it as far away from the islands as we can. Maybe over here. Too far from island. I don't think it matters where you put it. It's just a sort of visual thing. The building, there's no jobs related to it. I don't think you can increase its effectiveness. Lighthouse usually marks safe routes for approaching ships. Tropicans, however, erect such towers around dangerous sea cliffs to lure sailors to their death and then scavenge shipwrecks. Okay, maybe I should have put it here or something. Provides additional trade offers to unique building. Okay, let's run the game a bit because we are now 7,000 in debt.
I understand that you have a lighthouse, old chum. His Majesty wants you to appoint a royalist as the new keeper of the lighthouse. It is of the utmost importance.
Again, our support is growing anyway, and I'm not really sure we need so much of the slush fund at the moment, so we're running low on the mandate, so I'll go with the mandate. Let's have a look. Did I do? Oh, I didn't do. Naughty boy. So, as I mentioned previously when I was looking at the research, I wanted this one for the building permit edict, and what that does, let's get rid of that. So for $1,000, it increases the cost of all buildings by 20% and their base price, by 20% of their base price. Half of this increase is added to the Swiss account when construction is finished. So that helps to build up your Swiss account slush fund. and what that does, there we are. See, you can level up your dynasty, yourself and your children, heirs. I assume to 5 stars. At the moment, it's rather expensive. $50,000, which we're definitely not going to afford, but it says level up cost will decrease upon scenario completion. So I think so when we complete this chapter and go on to the next mission, I think the cost will actually be cheaper because we're then meant to be able to upgrade, but we'll see what sort of price that is. I did notice, we haven't got any forts, we need some military. I did notice oyster farm. So, what we will do, if I go in here, so again we can see what's going on. You get these little markers. So these are where the fish are. Let's do the budget. Automatically built straight away. What's the upgrade on that? Cannot afford the effectiveness of restaurants, glass bottom restaurants, and taverns is increased by 10.
President.
Maybe.
Whoa, I'm getting ahead of myself. Governor, the island is ripe for revolution.
Viva la revolution! So we've got 55% popular support at the moment, so that's I can declare independence. But I won't do, because as I say, I want to build a lot more things before I do that. I think this is just that. Yes. Okay. So that will just stay there now until I actually declare independence. Or wish to. Yeah, so you can get fishing fishing wharf. Where is it? A wharf which will collect fish in the vicinity, and I'm probably not going to put one here, so I might as well exploit that fishing resource like that. See, there's the fish node. You can see the seagulls hungrily circling, waiting for a few tidbits. So what else do we need to build before we move on? Dungeon. Ranger Corps. I might actually look at that. It does say unique, provides a squad of rangers that automatically explore the island. They're not that great at exploring. There's a lot of siestas going on, and they don't put much effort in when they do actually go off exploring. They might explore that bit. If I put it here, they might go there and go back home. So I remember when I first had that, I thought, well, it's an expensive building, but it'll probably pay for itself rather than sending expeditions out everywhere. No, it doesn't. But I did find, again, let's have a look at where's the front on this, because even though it doesn't matter, I like the there we are. I do like the aesthetic feature of it. Let's put the Rangers here. Upgrade that. But what they do, I think it's an upgrade we have to get. Trade offer for bananas with smugglers has been completed. Just check that out. Yeah, what we do have to get. Lost my track there. Yeah. So as an upgrade, you can use it to discover the sort of specialities of citizens, so it will find like crime lords and leaders of the various factions, and probably most importantly, it will kind of help you find managers which you can put in your buildings to make them more effective. So what do we have? Meat, pineapples, right, okay, pearls is good. Yeah, we're just adding some pearls, aren't we? So, and that's 5 foreign standing with the crown. But seeing pineapples has reminded me. Where are we? Over here. No, I'll tell you what. I'm just going to go for it. Change the crop. It's going to be wasted. Forget the micromanaging. Change crop. There we go. We'll be there waiting forever for the sort of optimum point. I don't actually know what the optimum point is. So, here we go. Rangers are on the go. There we go. Let's have a look. We had a ding while we think about it.
My friends, the smugglers, inform me that there's good money in buying and reselling goods at a profit.
Have 4 docks. Well, yeah. Well, I'll tell that quest anyway, because have I opened up something down? Yeah, I might put a docks down here because there's a gold mine anyway. Where are they going? What are they going to explore? Well, they're not going this way, so that's a bit pointless. Oh, he's coming back. They're coming back. Yeah, let's see where they go. They're doing a little bit of exploring. So, are they going to get this bit? Oh, they're going there. That's it. That's as far as they went. They went from there to there, and then they're going home. No, we're bored now. It's lunchtime.
Presidente, my career as a weatherman is over.
Oops,
I
tornado.
promised everyone a warm
Tornado
and
alert.
sunny day. And now we have a tornado on the island.
Let's see what happens. Tornado. Twister. There we are. Watch out for the coups. Can we follow this? Oh, we can follow it. Let's have a look what's going on. Plantations. Anything destroyed?
I am back in the game. I can now accurately predict rains of cattle, shack, and furniture across the entire island. Here is the damage report.
Oh, so nothing actually got damaged there. We just lost a few citizens. RIP, little dudes. Right. We're doing very well. 58% in the popularity, 19,000 in the bank, and 200 people. Right. Okay. We're getting close to the mandate. So what else do we need to build? Dungeon. Allows the arrest of citizen action. Arrested citizens will be re-educated and then abandon their negative roles. Houses 5 prisoners. Let's have Luke. Where can we put the dungeon? Yeah, round by Presidente's house. And keep an eye on the dungeon. Let's put the dungeon there. Let's upgrade that. Upgrade the budget. Right, as we seem to be doing actually quite well for once. Interestingly, we've got a lot of money, a lot of support. I think we'll leave it there until next time. So please come back to find out what happens. Dun, dun, dun. And again, thank you for your support. I hope you enjoyed watching the episode. If you did, please feel free to like and maybe subscribe. It does help me as I am just starting out very much. And I hope to see you again soon. Thank you, everybody, and bye bye.